Hello everybody and thanks for joining me today. This video is going to cover the 10 best reasons that kids should play football, and this article can be found at gofootball.com. So there's lots of articles on there at gofootball.com. You want to check that out. All right. Reason number one, your son needs to stay active and play football. All right. So you don't want your kid laying around all the time just playing video games. Childhood obesity is a big problem in the United States. I believe one in every three kids in the United States is considered to be obese. And of course, this is going to lead to problems as they get older, all kinds of problems like childhood diabetes and things like that. So you want your kids to stay active and play. And being on a football team, your local youth football team, is a great way to do this. All right. Second reason, tackle football is safe as long as proper tackling techniques are taught. A lot of parents are concerned about whether tackle football can be safe. A lot of people are concerned about injuries. Uh, Spinal injuries are a big concern in football, and tackle football can be very safe as long as proper tackling techniques are taught. Your coaches should be aware of this. Most youth football programs are do a good job at educating their coaches on the proper tackling techniques. So be sure to check with your coach. Make sure that they are aware of kids not putting their heads down, using it as like a battering ram, their helmet. They need to have their head up, their face mask up, and see what they hit. So make sure your coaches know about that. You should be in good shape. Third reason that kids should play football. Playing on a football team will teach your son important life lessons. All right, without a doubt, many of the important things like building bonds with people their own age, spending actual time with them as opposed to just on their cell phones or you know on their headphones, things like that, while playing video games. And video games is a whole different dynamic for kids today. Certainly, when I was younger, that was not possible. Being able to play games and talk to your friends at the same time while you're playing games is just not possible. So kids today have a whole lot of different things that can distract them and take them away from things. All right. So, all right, let's go on number four. Tackle football is probably the most challenging sport that you can play, and without a doubt, you need to be tough to play football. So, if you want your boy to be, grow up and be, a tough guy, and there's certainly a place for being kind and considerate and things like that, but just to be tough and to be able to handle the challenges that's facing him without quitting. And there's so many things in life. Life is always full about challenges and people thinking they just want to give up and things like that. But if he's playing football, he's going to be tough. It's going to help him to grow and to mature. And so definitely tackle football is going to be one of the most challenging things that he could do. All right, the next item on the list, number see, one, two, three, four, five. Number five, your son will make many new friends while playing on a football team. He'll certainly have an opportunity to meet new people that maybe he wasn't aware of. Maybe maybe kids he knows from school, sort of, but doesn't really know them. Now they're on the football team together, and so they're going to have an opportunity to make great friendships. My son, here he was when he was a little kid at a Friday evening pep rally before the big Saturday game, and he met a lot of friends playing youth football. Many of them played certainly with him in middle school, and then certainly all of them just about played with him as a high school football player. And so those are some of his best friends to this day, are friends that he met playing on the youth football team. So absolutely an opportunity to make new friends on the football team. All right. Number six, youth football leagues have strict rules about the amount of contact that is allowed at practices. So if you're worried about them, getting hurt again during practice, there's strict rules for safety that coaches must follow as far as hydration, amount of contact that is allowed in practices, things like that. Reducing the amount of contact in practices is definitely shown to be a great way to help reduce the amount of injuries in football. They can, a minimal amount of contact in practice and save most of the contact for the actual games. And that's going to be a big, big difference. All right, so that's another thing to keep track of. All right, number seven. Number seven, youth football leagues have a strict rules about age and weight requirements. All right, so if you are concerned about your son playing football with kids that are older than him, they're not going to put him out there with kids that are 2 and 3 years older than him. All right, so the league that we played in, we had a league, a division called the C team division, and that was 7 and 8 year olds playing together. And we had another division called the B team, when that was 9 and 10 year olds playing together, and another group of 11 and 12-year-olds playing together. All right. So the guys that are on the lower end of each age group, obviously they're going to be maybe at a little disadvantage. They're going to be 1 year younger. In most cases, they're going to be maybe a little smaller, maybe, a little less mature, but they're not going to be out there with guys that are, way bigger than them and way older than them. All right. And when they get to the older edge of that age bracket, so when they're 7, they're on the low end, but when they turn 8, then they'll be the older kids for that age group. So that's kind of the way it worked with that group. Now, also, if there's a kid that is super heavy or super big, you don't have to worry about that kid playing with the kids his own age if he's way bigger than everybody. And every once in a while, this will happen. You'll have a kid that's just a really huge kid, a lot bigger than most kids his age. And if he can't meet the weight requirement in our league that we had, that kid would have to be either lose that weight, all right, by the time the first weigh-in is for the first game, or he would have to possibly, he could play up in the older age division with the kids that are older than him that are about his same size, because the older age division is going to have a bigger weight limit. All right. Number 8, your family will also make many new friends and enjoy many new experiences. We, as a family here, when we were involved with our youth football organization right here, I did not grow up in the town that I live in now. We've been here for 20 years now, and we knew it was a good place to live, a good place to raise our family, had a good school system, things like that. And so we met many of our friends, our best friends in our local community, met many people through the youth football organization and being involved with that. So, you know, can't say things were perfect all the time, but I know nothing ever is. But we met many new friends, made many, lifelong friendships, bonds, contacts. Even if you're a business person, maybe your business dealings are helped by the more people you know. All right. So it's an opportunity to be out there and meet new people and to network as well. So that's another benefit that it could have as well. All right. Moving on. Number 9 on 10 best reasons that kids should play football. Football skills can transfer well over to other sports. Maybe your kid has played other sports before or is interested in playing other sports. Here's a picture of my one of my junior high basketball teams. I'm also a junior high basketball coach, and there's my son right here as an 8th grader. And the football skills that he had uh, from football transferred well over to basketball, and I think certainly transferred well from basketball over to football. Being a receiver, being a tight end, those are all things that helped him. So the footwork, being aggressive, speed and agility, all of those types of things in athletics can transfer well from one to another. Your kid wants to play soccer, the footwork, aggressiveness, things like that can transfer well. All right? And let's see, we're down to number 10. Scroll back up real quick. Number 10. All right, your son will learn discipline and a work ethic that will benefit him in life for the rest of his life. So, without a doubt, um, you know, being on a team, teamwork, discipline, a work ethic, things like that, those are all going to be things that are going to benefit him, whether he's playing sports, whether he's in school, whether he's a grown man with his own family, trying to support a family and going to work. Those are all things that can transfer well and lessons that he can learn as a youngster and growing up. So the work ethic, being part of a team, being committed to something, these are all things that will help benefit him later on in life. And if you'd like to read this article in full, you can check it out. 10 best reasons that kids should play football. And this is at gofootball.com. All right. Thanks for joining me. And I hope this was helpful to you.